Hi USF family. Alright, so for my field trip we went to Kennedy Space Center. This is the layout of it. I don't know if you guys have ever been there before, but it's huge and it feels like a theme park. There was kids putting on sunscreen and all sorts of stuff, just like if you were going to Disney World. It's pretty funny. The first thing you come across when you get there is the Heroes and Legends building. This is very inspiring and tells you heroic qualities and has the Astronaut Hall of Fame. There's two theaters there. One of them has the Eyes on the Universe show, and it talks about the solar system and different stars, and it talks about the James Webb Space Telescope, which was really interesting the way they explained it. It's gonna go to space, fold it up, and then kind of unfold itself while it's in space, kind of like origami. There's also Journey to Mars right near there, where it talks about future space exploration and living on another planet, and has replicas of the different rovers that are on Mars. Another building there is you can take a bus to the Apollo and Saturn V Center. So there they show you a couple of videos, and there's the Saturn V rocket that you can walk under. It's humongous. They also have different artifacts there. So there's pieces of the moon, there's a Apollo 14 capsule. This is also in the same building. There's pieces of the moon. There's one that you can touch, and different spacesuits. So on this spacesuit they always explain that there's moon dust still on his boots. There's also the Atlantis building. So in this building you walk in and there's a huge rocket or replica rocket outside that's kind of cartoonish looking, so you're like, I don't know what this building's gonna be like, but you go in there's a couple of videos. It was funny, during this time there was actually a shuttle launch going on, but we decided not to watch that since it was unmanned. I know I should have probably watched it, but we got the entire building to ourselves for this exhibit, which was really awesome. So we didn't have to wait in line. We watched the two videos as the only people in there, and then the screen of the second video opens up and the rocket is pointed at you, like basically right in your face. So it's really impressive. And then there's all sorts of exhibits you can walk through in this building. Since it wasn't very busy, we got to take our time going through there. There's some rides to simulate space travel, but we've been on one similar to Disney and we ran out of time, so we couldn't go on this one. That's basically it. Oh, there's like a kind of like a Wii type thing where it has you pretend like you're in space and move some different things around as if you're on a spacewalk, which was pretty fun. Kennedy Space Center is also a National Wildlife Refuge, so they explained this on the bus tour. There's more than 15 species of endangered animals. We saw some bald eagles, and we saw some alligators and turtles and all sorts of stuff like that. We learned about bald eagle's nest, which was really interesting to me. And they have 5 active nests. Right, so if you're planning on visiting here, there's lesson plans to go along with there. So one I would use if I was taking my students would be the scientific notation guide that's on their website. So I would probably teach this before I went, depending on what time of the school year it was, and then I would use that as a reminder resource before I went. There's also an expedition guide that teachers can use while on the trip, and I estimated the costs on the screen to the right. Hope you have a good summer!